Built in 1975, the Fine Arts Center is the cultural hub of theater, art, and orchestra for the University of Massachusetts and the Greater Pioneer Valley. It is a massive structure at 646 feet in length and 6 stories high. The Fine Arts Center also includes a large plaza south of the building, stretching the entire length of the building. The plaza was our site for this project. The plaza is almost 90,000 square feet, which is roughly equivalent to the size of 2 football fields. Both the building and the plaza are constructed almost entirely of concrete. This heavy use of concrete, along with the building's brutalist design, have evoked mixed opinions from students and faculty alike in the 41 years since its construction. But it nevertheless remains one of the most distinctive features of the state's flagship campus. The Fine Arts Center is centrally located on campus. To the north is the campus pond, the Student Union, the ILC, and the Du Bois Library. To the east are Science, Studio Arts, and Design buildings, as well as Franklin Dining Commons and Central Residence Halls. To the south is Haggis Mall, the Eisenberg Building, and the Visitor Center. To the west are Honors College and Southwest Residence Halls, academic buildings, and athletic facilities. The Fine Arts Plaza can be viewed as a gateway to the rest of campus, as most out-of-town buses drop people off at the Haggis Mall bus stop, located on the southwest edge of the plaza. The building features an overhang along the plaza that creates a long linear corridor along the side of the building. This corridor is a heavily trafficked route for students traveling to and from classes. The plaza in general gets very busy between class periods because of its central location and heavily used bus stop. In order to conduct behavior mapping exercises, groups of 2 to 3 of us sat within the site for 30 to 45-minute intervals. One person would make note of any individuals or groups gathering in the space, while another 1 or 2 members would conduct head counts on all the pedestrians circulating through the space. Our behavior mapping confirmed that it's primarily used by students and faculty traveling across campus, and very few people stop to gather within the site. But it is also used for functions outside the Fine Arts Center, and also serves as the entrance to Herder Hall, home of the history department. We put our upcycled chairs in a few different spots throughout the site. They seem to get the attention of very few people, although a few pedestrians did stop to investigate or even sit in the chairs. The plaza is large, open, and bare. A single sculpture in the center of the plaza is all that interrupts the seemingly unending plain of concrete. It features few amenities. These include benches, trash receptacles, the bus stop kiosk, and bollards that abut Haggis Mall. These bollards are often used as seating for people waiting for buses, even when the more conventional seating options of the benches and the kiosk are not being used. The plaza is a popular spot for skateboarding and rollerblading, despite signage prohibiting such activities. The northwest corner of the plaza features a fairly dense planting of trees, shrubs, and grasses, with a small nodal space featuring benches that provide a nice refuge from the openness of the rest of the plaza. This seems to be the only part of the plaza designed with human scale in mind. The only considerable amount of shade that can be found on a sunny day is underneath the single planting of trees on the northwest side of the site. There is also some shade found underneath the bus stop kiosk. Finally, the sculpture in the plaza creates a minimal amount of shade. The site gets so much sun that the university has started installing solar panels on the roof of the Fine Arts Center. The openness and seeming disregard for human scale create serious problems for this plaza functioning as a space people actually want to be at. For one, the emptiness of the space creates a mundane visual experience for users passing through the space. Although the vast majority of users walk through the site, the emptiness of the plaza, as well as the drab facade of the building, make it feel as though it was a space designed to be driven through, not walked through. There is precious little to entice the pedestrian to stop and take in the landscape. On average, the site features roughly 1 seat for every 600 square feet of space. And the existing seating isn't particularly conducive to groups of people who want to gather outside and enjoy each other's company. The site yearns for better seating that invites people to gather and spend time together in the space, instead of merely providing seating for those waiting for a bus to take them out of the space.
The University of Massachusetts Amherst was founded in 1863 as a land-grant agricultural college with 4 faculty members, 4 wooden buildings, and 56 students. Inhabiting rural Massachusetts, the campus sits on 1,463 acres in the Pioneer Valley. Now with just a little under 30,000 students, 1,300 faculty members, and 111 bachelor degree programs, the University of Massachusetts has become the largest public research university in New England. There are many public spaces on campus for students and faculty to enjoy. Both indoor and outdoor, these public spaces give campus users a place to rest, spend time, do homework, conduct meetings, and wait until the next class. Many of these spaces lack an adequate amount of seating, meaningful scenery, or relevance in location. At the center of campus, the Student Union has the opportunity to be a highly utilized public space. The Student Union represents a space where students can express themselves, hold events and meetings, maybe even to hold protests in order for their voices to be heard. The outdoor space enclosed by the Student Union, Du Bois Library, McNamara Hall, Lincoln Campus Center, and the parking garage is one of the campus's hotspots. This concourse is a part of the larger concourse that is the major walkway going from North Campus to South Campus. It is roughly 2 acres in size and currently serves as a giant corridor and intersection for pedestrian traffic with little to no intentional design. Asphalt paved paths cover the majority of the area as so many paths converge and diverge. Being in such close proximity to high buildings like Thompson Hall and the library, the area outside the Student Union has become a wind tunnel, especially during the winter months. It receives a fair amount of direct sun and filtered light through the large mature trees. Water generally runs through the site towards the campus center. At its busiest times, you can see an upwards of about 1,500 students crossing the space in a half an hour's time. While observing the site, you will see students standing around talking, sitting on skateboards and bikes while using their phones, and sitting on the ground under the few trees in the site. The only amenities on the site is a set of bike racks on both ends of the space and a few trash receptacles. Often during lunchtime, Baby Burg, one of UMass's food trucks, pulls directly into the site. Most of the people who stopped in the space didn't spend more than 25 to 30 minutes there. Due to its lack of seating, vegetation, and the high amounts of pedestrian traffic, the space outside of the Student Union is poorly utilized. This is a crucially important walk on campus, and as it stands, it can use a major redesign in order to serve its users in a more beautiful and useful way.